Actor Riggan Thomson is most famous for playing an iconic superhero on the silver screen.
I know the guy from the bird suit who goes and tells coy, slightly vomitous stories on Letterman.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm popular, Mike.
Once admired, he's now washed up with a myriad of family problems. He decides to mount a Broadway play to reclaim his place in the spotlight in Birdman.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm here with Aaron and Liz, and we're going to talk about Birdman, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu. We've all just seen it. Liz, did it take flight?
This was probably my most anticipated movie of the year, so I'm done, and I'm very happy because it was fantastic.
Let's go home then.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was exciting. It was unpredictable. All the performances were amazing, and it's like nothing that I really have ever seen.
I think it's very well constructed. The whole thing is essentially, it's supposed to look like it's one take, like it's all taking place pretty much in real time. There are some time lapses throughout the film, but mostly everything is taking place right on top of one another, and it's just such a cool movie. I don't think everybody is gonna like it.
They should. It's great.
I agree, they should.
You know what's funny is this film has 4 credited writers.
Yeah.
Which is one of those things where you see 4 writers on it and you go,
Oh, yeah.
Not good.
Mm-hmm. And yet somehow the script really works. Mm-hmm. But the fact that we're talking about this out-of-work, struggling actor putting on a play, and it's Michael Keaton, it's just intoxicating to sort of watch that. And yeah, who are you going to cast to play this role other than Michael Keaton? A sort of an aging actor who we haven't seen for a while, who used to be a superhero. It's got to be Michael Keaton.
Well, there's a great sense of reality in casting Michael Keaton, but also the script battles all these questions of what is art, what is celebrity, what is fame, and even takes on critics. So when we're in the screening room, I loved that it just poked fun at the people who might deconstruct the film. But that added to the experience. It's not just, meta and Michael Keaton's there, but it's like the film is really talking about things.
It has themes, real discussions about things.
I think one of my favorite aspects of the film is the fact that it's a justified use of resources. Like all this spectacle, all of the, computer-generated effects, all the, big stars, all the money went to somewhere where I completely can justify everything. Like the most expensive shot was the most exciting shot in the movie, and everything felt justified. I know this seems ridiculous, but there's so many big budget movies where I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care about anything. I don't have an emotional connection to any of the characters. I don't care about the storyline. But in this, I was fully immersed, and it felt like it was expensive.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's one take, it maybe is a little pretentious to a certain degree. I mean, this is González Iñárritu who made Babel, which I absolutely hated.
Oh, Babel's great. I don't know why you say that.
Hated Babel. Anyway, the fact that it's one take is perfectly justified in the same manner because it's about the making of a play, and actors always talk about how in the theater you have that's where you act. I mean, that's where you have the freedom to act. And here it's kind of like a Woody Allen movie, right? We have these long takes where people just get to act, and there's just such a freedom to it. And the fact that we see them do scenes in the play multiple times, and their performances change
different.
Each
they graduate.
time. Is fascinating.
It's fantastic acting, really.
Oh my gosh.
Is what it is.
I would say Edward Norton gives one of the best performances
Ever.
I've seen him ever give.
Yeah.
I actually, and I never say this, I would love to see him nominated for this role. And Emma Stone has this great alien quality in her performance that works well with the wide angle lens and all the weird fun camera tricks that we do in this film. I mean, astounding performances.
Yeah, almost everybody could be nominated, in my opinion. I think this is a role that Michael Keaton has been waiting to sink his teeth into for years, and it shows that he's a good actor. He's a great actor.
I love Michael Keaton, and he's one of those guys that you just kind of root for to man, I really want Michael Keaton to get that role, especially since we haven't really seen him in a major role for a while now. I mean, he was in the RoboCop remake earlier this year, which was trash. We saw that guy in Night Shift, right? I mean, that guy, he was so good in Night Shift.
Mr. Mom.
And he was great in Mr. Mom. He's great in a lot of things, but he hasn't been a star for a while. And this is just, he gets this role, he's perfectly suited for it, and he knocks it out of the park.
The press is going to smell blood, and we can't afford to lose any more money at all.
Okay, what do you think I should do?
Well, we hired understudy. Let's use the understudy.
No.
Riggan, listen to me, please, for the love of God. Listen, our perfect dream actor is not going to knock on that door and go, hey, fellas, when do I start,
There were several moments where I was just like, how did
How
they
did
do
they do
that?
that? How did they get that shot in Times
Yeah.
Square? How did they do that?
Yeah, and we have Emmanuel Lubezki as the director of photography here.
Great.
Oscar winner for Gravity last year. It's ridiculous. I mean, the way that they transition from shots into, well, there's one shot in particular where they're on top of the rafters of the stage, and then they go down to the stage, and it's like 6 hours later, and I'm just like,
With one actor in both parts
right?
of the
And
shot.
I'm like, how do they do that? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I mean, it kind of reminded me of Gravity in a strange sort of way, in the sense that I know Iñárritu and Alfonso Cuarón are buddies, and they sort of came up together. But the fact that we're in an age now where technical elements are something that don't surprise us. There's so many things that we can do on screen that seem so easy, and the fact that we're watching a movie and we're going, I don't know how some of this stuff got made.
Those
I mean,
tight hallways.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right, and so like that's what sort of reminds me of Gravity, is the fact that the technical elements are on such a high level that you're not even really sure how some of it was done, and it's impressive to see that in this day and age.
Well, and also the camera. I like the idea that it was floating through time and space. Like the movie and the camera had this wonderful kinetic relationship of moving through time and space. And so that's when technology and story and acting, all the elements combined for something that's really productive.
Birdman is one of the year's best, plain and simple. See it.
I'm calling it now. It's going to be my favorite film of the year. See it.
Fly to the theater to see Birdman. You won't cry foul. See it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I think they should make a Birdman signal that they could shoot up into the sky.
That's a good idea. Cheers to empty mugs.
Cheers.